Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. This is Sister Yatira, the First Lady of Farm Money Network. We're back, y'all, with day 3. Please forgive your sister for not being here yesterday. Without boring you with all of the details, but we just had a lot going on, and we were trying to move based on the schedule of somebody else and do some things. And one time turned into a different time, turned into a different time. So, with that being said, we are here for day 3 of our Unity Call, studying the back page of the Final Call newspaper. And we're, as you know, we're going to jump right into it. Like I said, we're on day 3, and it's coming along beautifully. I have been enjoying not only defining the words with you all and, just kind of adding my own little 2 cents as we partake in this study, but some of the side conversations that I have been having with different sisters, in particular, over the past few days on studying, how they study, and just different things of that nature. So this has just really been a joy. I'm really excited to see what all comes out of this, because this is just a response. This is a response to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan asking us to do him this favor. Look at that. Do him a favor by us studying this word and growing more in love, in depth, in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the time and what must be done. So, with that being said, let me share my screen. Where is it? Here we go. And let's get right to it, family. Let's make sure that we can see it good. And we're going to zoom in what the Muslims want. Otra vez tenemos the link. I don't know how to say the link in Spanish. Aquí en Español, we have it here as well in Spanish. So that's amazing. Tu hablas español? Then just click here and voila. It's beautiful. En español. Lo que queremos los musulmanes. I'm learning Spanish, y'all. I took it for some years in high school, and now I'm going over it again. So, all right. So let's go back and get to what I know for now. So day 3, we are on number 3. Remember, whatever we don't finish together on, live, that's okay. Finish it in your own time. That way, again, whatever additional words that you need to look up that's inside of the definitions, this is just to help us get into the groove of taking the time to stop what we're doing, parse some words, look up some stuff, write it down, dialogue. And I think we were all going to be amazed at the growth that we have at the end of these 22 days. Okay. And this is just cycle 1. I intend to continue this for a period of time, where perhaps on cycle 2, after going through the 22 days now a second time, each day we will probably be able to converse about each one, while still maybe further parsing words again or going over our notes the second time. But definitely being able to do that more, right? So let me take off this so we can see everything on the screen. And what I came over here to do was to zoom in a bit. So let me see. Excuse me, Elijah, because we want to get to the words bigger. Let me see. I think that's pretty much okay. I hope you guys can see that pretty good. All right. So number 3, day 3, we want equality. Let me read the whole thing. We want equality of opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. So we have gone over, we want equality. We have not defined equality yet. So that's word number 1 today, equality. And now let's go into look up equality, which is a noun, part of speech. And let's look up more to see more. Okay. We want the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities. This is beautiful. The state of being equal, especially in status. Rights and opportunities. Okay. Per one of my conversations with my sister, she too likes to look up the origin, the etymology, which I do as well. See equal. Okay. Thesaurus. Let's look at some synonyms. Okay. Fairness. And you don't have to write this in your notes, but this is just something that helps me to gain a better understanding. Oh, and she also told me that she looks up antonyms to see what it is not to even refine clarity. Oh, that was brilliant. I love that. Hmm. Justice and freedom are also synonyms. Okay. So I'm going to write those two down. All right. Number 2, I think we have defined of. Not together. Let's do it together. Look up of. It's a preposition. Ooh, this was like wasn't it? We want equality of. Expressing the relationship between a part of a whole. I don't think that's it. Expressing the relationship between a scale, but indicating an association between two entities. We want equality of opportunity. Two entities, typically one of belonging. Okay, let's look at 4. Expressing the relationship between a direction and a point of reference. Expressing the relationship between a general category or type and the thing being specified, which belongs to such a category. The City of Prague, the idea of a just society, this type of book, the set of all genes. Expressing the relationship between a general category or type and the thing being specified, which belongs to such a category. Following a noun derived from or related to a verb. Followed by a noun expressing the subject. Isn't this something? My gosh, like understanding words is deep. Followed by a noun expressing the subject of the verb underlying the first noun. The arrival of the police, the howling of the wind, followed by a noun expressing the object of the verb underlying the first noun, the murder of the two boys. Woo! Where the hell the phrase is a predicative adjective. Huh. Okay. Uh-oh, I lost it. Okay. The house was built. Indicating the relationship between a verb and an indirect verb. Where the head of the phrases are, it was kind of okay. It's not that one. I think it's like 5 or 6, but followed by a noun. Equality is a noun by a noun expressing the subject of the verb underlying the first noun. but I don't think it has to do with verbs. Ooh, let me see what Google says. Expressing the relationship between a part and a whole. Expressing the relationship between a scale or measure and a value. Indicating an association between two entities, typically one of belonging. No, expressing the relationship between the direction. This is all somewhere. Belongs to such a category. Maybe it's indicating the relationship between a verb and an indirect object. I'm going to write that one. Like I said, y'all help me out. Okay. Indicating, I went to public school. So don't be mad at me. Between a verb and an indirect object. Okay, so this is just what I went to go to. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back and share this. Let's make sure we're sharing. Okay, good. And now we're going to look up opportunity. So that's word number 3 is opportunity. Which is a noun. A set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. A chance for employment or promotion. A set of circumstances. I like that one. That makes it possible to do something. And some synonyms. Let's go down here. Chance. Golden opportunity. Good time. Okay. Scope. Freedom. Latitude. Room to maneuver. Elbow room. Nice. Okay. So we want equal membership. See, we get to get through the definitions faster as we go through and parse words, right? Now we get to see them, go through them quicker because we're able to, skip over the words that we've already done. Not even skip over, but we've already done them. Membership is a noun. The fact of being a member of a group. The number or body of members in a group. Okay. The fact of being a member of a group. I was looking at some other ones. The fact of being a member of a group. Synonyms. Belonging. Associateship. Community. Integration. Clanship. Shirt cap. Okay. I like those two. Okay. Okay, let's do in. We haven't done in yet. Look up. For those of you tuning in maybe late or on the replay, hey, we're clearing words here. It's not a party. I know on some streams, you might be used to a lot of talking, a lot of excitement. This is just not that. That's just not this. It's exciting for me because I enjoy this kind of stuff, but it's not all the hype, of a conversation. So if you're tuning in and you're like, hey, what's going on? Where's the energy? Why is it? I'm lit. I'm high over here. So for you, I I don't know, but I'm really enjoying this. I really, really am. Okay. And I guess the main reason is because the man of God asked us to do this. So I enjoy being obedient. Okay. In is, in this case, it's a preposition because it's not a prefix or a suffix. So it's a preposition. Expressing the situation of something that is or appears to be enclosed or surrounded by something else. Let's look at more. Let me read the sentence again. We want equal membership in society without expressing a state or condition. I think it's 4. Or 5, expressing inclusion or involvement. I read it in a book, Acting in a Film. Indicating someone, indicating the language or medium used. So I think it's just what I read. Indicating the quality or aspect. Indicating the quality or aspect with respect to which a judgment is made. No discernible difference in quality. Yeah, I'm going to go with 5. Expressing inclusion. Inclusion or involvement. Okay, and then the synonyms. Phrases. Okay, I was just checking some adjective definitions to see if any of that was that. That was in. Oh, maybe. Come on. There we go. And let me just get the synonyms. If there is a synonym for this, I don't know if there is. Inside. Which one did I write? I wrote down number 5. Hmm. So they give you synonyms based on the definition. And I think if I wrote down number 5, expressing inclusion, after, at the end of, following, subsequent to, within, and less than, and under, no more than, before a. Hmm. Inside. I think the first one is the best one. Within. Okay. I'm happy with that. And society. Let me check time. All right. 22 minutes. See, this is not so long. It's not so bad, is it? I mean, if we was in person, it'd probably be different, you know. Probably sit at the table, got some music. It's not a bad idea to have music on a live stream. That's something for me to write down in my notes for future, as each one is going to be improved. We didn't start off using this. I don't even remember what we was doing. I don't know. Okay, society. Society is a noun. The aggregate of people living together in a more or less ordered community. The community of people living in a particular, that's all number 1, so I'm not going to read all of number 1. An organization or club formed for a particular purpose or activity. The situation of being in the company of other people. Okay, so number 1 is what we're going to write, what I'm going to write. The aggregate. And I guess, wow, I used to struggle with that word study. Like, what does study mean? And I used to be like, once you know something, like, you know it, how do you continue to study it? Since starting this, and again, from conversations that I have had with different participants, I could go through this and write down the definitions that I have so far from, using dictionary.com or Google or whatever. And then by gathering the understanding, being clear on what is meant, then cross-referencing other definitions from other books, going back into etymology, what was the origin of that language, because English is a bastard language. So going to the origin of the language in which it came from to see what was the intent of the use of the word to really gather the true meaning. I mean, all you have in life is a word. Everything is a word. So to gain understanding on what is meant when people are conversing and relaying a message, especially a message on high, to have understanding, man, scripture talks about understanding. So that's pretty profound. But I used to say, I don't study. I did not study in school. I didn't study, period. I mean, for years, even after school, even joining the nation, I didn't study. I would listen. I wouldn't study in the traditional sense, I think, that people mean when they say to study, but I wouldn't do that. I would study by listening, but the auditory only gets you to a certain point, by just listening. So this is really, really helping me, because it really sparks an interest then in words and in conversations. Because when you start to understand, ooh, that's like it opens up a, what do they call it, a rabbit hole. That thing goes deep when you start learning and for understanding. We get into that. So just my little 2 cents as we wrap up here. This will be the last one that we do. We are at 25 minutes. So okay. Okay, praise be to Allah. Everybody yelling because their father is home. So right on time, as usual. What am I writing? The aggregate of people living together in a more or less ordered community. And synonyms: the community, the public, the general public, the people. The people, the population. I like these. Okay. Humankind, mankind, humanity. Yeah, I think I should add those. And humanity. All right. Alrighty. Well, that's it for me on our unity call for today. So I'm going to read. This is day 3, so that means that we are on point number 3 on the back page of the Final Call newspaper. The Muslim program and what the Muslims want. Again, this word Muslim, get an understanding. It's all about understanding, because this message is not for people who identify with being Muslim solely, or just people who are in the Nation of Islam, or no. When you read this and get an understanding, this is for humanity. This is a universal message. Oh my goodness. But specifically for the Black man and woman that's here in the wilderness of North America. So number 3 says, matter of fact, we have a minute and a half, so I'll just read from the beginning till point number 3. That'll be the last one. The Muslim program, what the Muslims want. This is the question asked most frequently by both the whites and the blacks. The answers to this question I shall state as simply as possible. Number 1, we want freedom. We want a full and complete freedom. Number 2, we want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed or class or color. Number 3, we want equality of opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. So, again, for those tuning in with me live or on the replay, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for doing your studying. And I look forward to future dialogues and conversation that this study will bring out of us. With that being said, you all, see you, God willing, inshallah, tomorrow for our 30 minutes of study together, along with some other things that we got going on up our sleeves. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, lastly, to start your Final Call subscription, then simply text FCN to 813-531-5776 so you can subscribe and get your physical copy mailed to you from us. Okay? Thank you so much. See you next time. Peace and assalamu alaikum.